My name is James Hicks. I'm the head wrestling coach at Darton College. I knew I wanted to be a coach probably my sophomore year in college. I knew I wanted to coach in college. Basically because, first of all, I love the sport of wrestling. Love the sport, and I wanted to make an impact on others. I wanted to make a positive impact on others. That's what kind of drew me to coaching. The sport has done so much for me in terms of, I grew up, in a rough area. I think wrestling helped me come out of that area, and it got me to college, got me a degree. So, I don't know where I would be without wrestling. So I want to help others through wrestling, like wrestling has helped me. And I love the sport, and I love helping people, and it's been a joy to do for the past 6-7 years. The team environment's great. I think with any wrestling team, you're gonna have different characters, guys from different places, and it's all about how they mesh together. It's all about how they can come together for that one goal, and the goal is always to win a national title. That's always got to be the goal. So we got some guys with some different personalities, and honestly that makes it fun. When I was in college, I met a lot of different personalities, and some guys I think I would never meet another person that acts like them. So I think we got that going on our team. Most of our guys are from Georgia, so some of them are fairly similar, but as a whole, I think our environment is a good one. It can always get better. Our guys get along pretty well. So I think our team environment is good. It is still building, just like our program. Yeah, I like to play pranks on the guys. Yeah, Terry Harris, he's one I get quite a bit. He's pretty easy to get. I've gotten Emery. I've gotten Keenan. I like to do the prank phone calls, or they'll walk up to me one day and I'll tell them, I just got a phone call from so-and-so. They told me you did this and this, and they always freak out. It's always pretty funny how they react. So I like to do that, play pranks. It makes you a little more approachable. It makes your wrestlers feel more comfortable. So I'm a pretty serious guy, when it comes to you're not doing the right things, or when it comes to practice. But when we leave that room, it's almost like a switch. It's turned off, and I like to play pranks and laugh and joke. But when it's business time, it's business time. You flick the switch back on and you go to work. And I'm very demanding in how I want the guys to approach their studies and approach practice. So when it's time for that, it's time for that. But outside of that, we have a lot of fun. The plan is to produce, high quality young men. That's the plan. First and foremost, moving in. Produce high quality young men that can tell people, I went to Darton, I wrestled for Darton. I have an AA from Darton. So that's the plan first and foremost. And we want to win national titles in the process of doing that. So it's not the other way around. We want to produce young men that'll go out, in their communities and throughout the U.S. and abroad, and be quality individuals and do a good job in their professions, and upstanding citizens. We want those kind of guys to come out of this program. But we want to win national titles in that process. So we're always working to do both. It's never one or the other. My definition of success is reaching your full potential. And so if I have a guy that's good in wrestling, and he's not taking care of business in the classroom or in his social life, then to me he's not being successful. So the plan is, yeah, we want to build this program, win titles, but first and foremost, we want to produce high-quality young men, you know, that will one day be able to influence the lives of somebody else positively. To me, the biggest challenge facing the new guys coming in, or any incoming freshmen, you know, of course, there's an adjustment as far as the wrestling, but I think there's an overall adjustment that you have to make. You have to be willing to make those adjustments. You know, it's you have to be willing to be more responsible. You have to be willing to grow up quickly. You know, in college, it's a little different. You're responsible for yourself at that point. You know, there's nobody hanging over you. You know, mom's not waking you up, making you go to school, and things like that. So you have to take the onus upon yourself, and you have to realize the time has come, you know, for you to start growing up. And you have to embrace that, and you have to attack that, and get the job done. You know, with the wrestling, there's an adjustment. The school's different. There's an adjustment. The social scene is different. So there's an adjustment. So you have to make all these adjustments on, you know, mid-August when school starts. You know, you go from being that high school kid, living your life a certain way, you know, under your parents' roof, to going to college. And some guys, they make that adjustment pretty quickly. Some, it takes a little bit longer. But ultimately, you have to make that adjustment to be successful, to be a successful wrestler, to be a successful student. You know, you have to make that adjustment and grow up fast. You have to know it's time to grow up, and you embrace that challenge, and then you just do it, and then that's how you make things happen. And you can do that fairly quickly, or quick enough, then you increase your chances of being a successful student athlete, leaving Darton with what you came here for: national titles, or All-American honors, and an associate's degree. If you come to Darton as a wrestler, and you make it here at Darton, you know, you're full-time all 2 or 3 years, you will leave with a good idea of what it takes to be successful. When you come here, in order to survive in our program, you have to pick up on, you know, the basic things it takes to be successful. And you know, success is reaching your full potential. The basic things it takes, you know, to reach that ceiling and that full potential. You know, things like commitment, sacrifice, you know, responsibility. You know, holding yourself accountable. You know, things like that. Those are the type of things it takes to reach your full potential as a human being, not just a wrestler. You know, so I always say, don't measure yourself by your accomplishments, but measure yourself by what you should accomplish, giving the gifts or the capabilities that you have. So if you come here, you'll leave with a good sense or a good idea of what you would have to do to reach your goals and reach your full potential.